was living in the Appalachian Mountains when something tried to get in. A man by the name Dustin Frazier explains that ever since he opened the knocking door while living in the Appalachian Mountains in Tennessee, something began to visit him late at night.
It's back. Help.
An ominous voice can be heard, begging him to open the door. Dustin believes that by mistakenly opening that door that night, he invited the skinwalker-like being who began mimicking human voices to try and lure him out. As horrifying as this video and story might be, real or not, I'll leave it to you to decide.
What the fuck is that? I know.
So I am back on the farm. And for those of you that don't know, right up there is where I had my experience with what's in the trees. We're following the rules. It's daytime. I'm not alone. We have dogs. We have protection. Let's go up. Here's one of the down outbuildings. This used to be a pig barn, and over there is the chicken coop. You can see just how thick this underbrush is. Let's go. It's hard coming back here for a lot of reasons. The farm's falling into a lot of disrepair. It's really grown over. And that really makes me sad because I love it here. Obviously I have some scary memories here, but I have a lot of good ones too. It's a mix of emotions. As we descend the path, obviously we didn't see anything, but this is the path that I ran down. And rounding this corner, you can see the roof of the house, of the farm. You can see the clearing open up. Well, you could used to see it more. This is where I grew up. This is Appalachia. This is home. This is This is why we don't look in the trees. Why we keep our eyes on the trail. Why we're not out after dark. Why we bring our protection. Why we don't sing and whistle in the woods. Because there won't always be a clearing. There won't always be a home to save you. There won't always be the protection of your great-grandmother. And you won't always be a spooky.
So something incredibly creepy happened to me on Monday night. So some of you have, or maybe have found yourselves on rural Appalachia TikTok, which has made me once again reaffirm that I never want to go camping, ever. This past week, my husband and I and our daughter went to New Hampshire from down south to go and visit my in-laws. If you're from New Hampshire, you might know that most houses in New Hampshire don't have air conditioning. So it's late at night, the windows are open, and my in-laws live in the area of New Hampshire that is at the tail end of the Appalachian Mountain chain near the lakes. So my daughter was already asleep. It's about 11 o'clock at night. The windows are open and their house backs up to the woods on top of this really tall hill, kind of like not really a mini mountain, but it's a pretty tall hill. So my husband's on his phone, I'm on my phone. It's not really loud when I hear my daughter call my name from outside the house.
What is that? What is that, puppy? What is that?
I'm outside, I took my dog for a walk, gave him some energy drink. Damn, he's acting fucking weird.
Can't wear though. There's nothing to wear. Did you guys hear that? I'm scared. I don't know what was that, guys, and I didn't do that. I'm scared.
It's looking at me.
Creepy urban legend you didn't know about. La Siona. The legend says that La Siona was a young woman named Casilda. She lived in a small town in the plains of Venezuela and was the most beautiful girl there. She was married to a great man, caring and loving. Casilda and her husband had a baby boy. One day, Casilda was swimming naked in a nearby river, and a villager saw her. After that, the man would always follow her and watch her bathe in the river. One day, Casilda saw him and told him to leave her alone. He ignored her and instead told her that her husband is having an affair with her mother. Casilda ran home and found her husband asleep with the baby in his arms. Blind with anger, she burned the house with them inside. Villagers could hear their screams while Casilda ran to her mother's house. She found her on the patio and attacked her with a machete. striking her in the stomach. As the mother bled to death, she cursed Causilde, telling her that from then on she would have to avenge all women by killing their unfaithful husbands, and from that day she became La Siona.
Amy? Amy?
As Diego enters the room of Amy to check upon her, she's sleeping in her bed at first, but then he pans his camera. Another Amy is standing by the door, which shocks him. Then he looks back on the bed where she hides in the blanket. He removes the blanket afterwards, but there is no one inside. Confusing, right?
This isn't a normal horse. I've looked up a weird situation like this. It's actually a skinwalker trying to form itself like an animal.
Vejam estes vídeos assustadores.
Oh my God.
Stay!